Almost Dead, a true story.
I thought we could open with something really powerful like, I'm gonna be dead in 3.5 weeks.
Not metaphor, not a prognosis, an appointment. Psychotherapist Derek Scott invited LA radio host Cary Harrison to ask him anything. With 3 weeks left, knowing the exact hour and date of his death, Derek offered everything. Love, grief, fear, humor, spirituality. Candid, unguarded, unexpectedly funny. A scheduled death, time, date, location. Almost Dead, a final conversation before the author's death. 5 stars on Amazon. The true story that couldn't be broadcast. Available now on Amazon. Almost Dead by Cary Harrison. And it is the Cary Harrison Files. Welcome, glad to have you aboard. You know, I say it every week. So much is happening. Well, it's just true. But I'm going to have a little shock and awe fun with the next proposal, which you just can't even wrap your head around. And then the solution to a lot of what's going on today, the consternation, the anxiety, all the stuff we have, how to deal with it. Because if all any of us ever does is just, act like a cockeyed Paul Revere and scare the hell out of you and just tell you how grim it is with no way out, no way for self-soothing, no self-care, nothing, zero. It's just poison. And I don't want to poison you, and I don't want to poison me. Kind of like in an airplane where you put the mask on you first and not the little kid next to you. The reason for that is there's something in the airline business called, allowable air access or some name like that. What it really means is you've got 16 seconds, 1/6, before you pass out and die without an oxygen mask. And if you're pooping around trying to stick a mask on a little kid next to you, you're already dead. The kid is dead. Everyone is dead. So that's why you put it on you first, and that way you're useful. All that to say, radio broadcasting, this show is to provide the mask. And then hopefully a few of us, enough of us, are aware enough and creative enough and cool enough to figure it out and help others. All right. There, I'm done saying all that kind of stuff. Cary Harrison with you, by the way. This is the Cary Harrison Files, CaryHarrison.com and GoHarrison.com. Live video streaming on YouTube, Substack. Hold on, let me start Instagram because they're waiting. And now they are there live. Everything with a chip and a signal or a shortcut at kpfk.net. You can later listen as a podcast across every service. Simply Google the Cary Harrison Files. That's Cary. Our newsletter with a transcript of this entire show. I've got one coming out today of stuff that we have not and cannot do on the radio anymore. Stuff that in the 80s, you wouldn't have thought about it for a second. And that newsletter is at CaryHarrison.com or GoHarrison.com. And my new book is on there too. Woohoo! Our new Harrison text line is at 310-737-TALK, 310-737-TALK. And gotten a lot of them. And I am going to read them out next week. If I have time this week, I will too. But there's a ton of them, and they're very smart. Whatever thumbs you're using, good for you. I'm really enjoying them. And that's 310-737-TALK, where you can both text. You can also leave a voice message. So here's the part that they don't put in the travel brochure. There's a rule. It's simple on paper, slippery in practice. Homeland Security is looking to make this the law soon. Some cities, New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, they call themselves sanctuary cities, as you know. And that means that they're sanctuaries for people in a free country called America. Okay, I know you have to think about that, right? Mm-hmm. And in that free country called America, where you have sanctuary cities, Washington is looking at that and saying, fine, then your cities no longer exist wherever a passport is needed. So here's how it's going to work, according to the new DHS. International travelers still land in these cities, but they won't be processed there. No customs, no official entry, no clean handshake with the country that you just flew into. Instead, the biggest gateways in the country become layover lounges with better branding. You don't enter where you land, you enter where you're allowed to be processed. You see, according to them, it's neat, it's quiet, it doesn't argue, it just moves the finish line. And if you're the one traveling, well, you don't debate it, you just follow it. And think of how many of us in LA travel for work. How many travel making movies, doing productions? You're always traveling abroad. Can you come back to LA? No. So let's play this out, you traveler, you. Let's say you begin in Paris. Not just a place. No, this is the last moment you exist as a person with intent. You have a destination. It's Los Angeles, a clean line across a map. For decades, a simple idea. 10 hours, that's what you bought on your ticket. That's what they told you. Hour 0 to 10, let's look at it. The plane hums like a lullaby engineered by accountants. You drift, you believe, you have a glass of wine. Maybe you're lucky and in business class and you're supine. Woohoo! Then you land finally in New York City. And the illusion peels back, slow, wet, and unpleasant. Why? Because hour 10 to 13, you stand in line with the others, the hopeful, the deodorized, the still human. A voice, calm, disembodied, maybe not even attached to a face, explains, this city is a sanctuary city. It does not align. Therefore, you do not arrive. So you haven't been denied. That would imply judgment. You are something worse. You are redirected. And here's where it gets good, where the system leans in close, breath warms, and says, we're not stopping you. We're improving you. So you get redirected to Orlando, hour 13 to 20. Time loosens, the clocks look decorative now. You sit between fluorescent lights that flicker like they're trying to remember your name. You miss your connection, not your fault, but it doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels scheduled. You start to suspect the itinerary isn't a plan, it's a ritual. And then Texas. They forward you to Texas. You arrive there only because Texas agrees with the emperor of the ballroom. So it's Houston first. It is now hour 20 to hour 26 of your original 10-hour flight from Paris directly to Los Angeles. You are now landing in compliance. The air tastes like paperwork. There are others, so many others, all in the same boat, all rerouted, all softened. And the line doesn't move, it just breathes. You wait long enough to forget why you were in a hurry. Then you're told gently, not here either. Try Dallas. Hour 26 to 32. You don't question it. You board like it's your idea. Somewhere between takeoff and landing, you realize your spine has accepted the shape of the seat permanently. You're becoming portable. Hours lost are no longer relevant. Time is no longer a measurement. It's a seasoning. Then Denver, hour 32 to 40. Now, I'm literally mapping this out through an airline friend of mine. When these sanctuary cities, if these sanctuary cities no longer allow you to land internationally because they are sanctuary cities, how many hours it will take and what the rerouting plan is and what the likelihood is for you to get there. So now hour 32 to 40, simply going from Paris to LA. You have now landed in Denver. Snow is falling like static on a broken channel. You sleep in fragments, 10 minutes here, 20 there. Like the system is rationing your consciousness. A man next to you whispers that, he's been here 2 days. And you're just like him. And then you land in Phoenix. Hour 40 to 48 is all about heat, dry, biblical heat. Your lips crack, your thoughts slow. Your reflection in the airport bathroom looks like someone who owes money to reality. And then it hits you. You are orbiting your destination like a satellite that's been denied clearance to land because the cities built to receive you refuse to kneel to the king. And the system, the new system, it doesn't kneel, it reroutes. And then the punchline evolves into something almost erotic in its cruelty. You miss your connection. Of course you do. So they send you to Mexico City. Hour 48 to 58 now. You leave the United States without ever entering it. You crossed an ocean to be told to go somewhere else. And now you're doing it internationally again. You're no longer a traveler. You're a demonstration for the public to observe and the news channels to cover and justify for their masters. Then you fly back in to San Antonio. It is now hour 58. So we'll do hour 58 to 65. Finally, they process you. No ceremony, no warmth, just a stamp, a quiet, almost intimate acknowledgement that you found a place that agrees. And then Los Angeles, hour 65 to 72. You land, not just triumphant, not relieved, not completed. Well, actually just completed, like a transaction that took longer than expected, but eventually cleared. And now you're supposed to be grateful. Grateful for the tour. Grateful for the expansion. Grateful that what was once a straight line has become a sacred geometry of inconvenience stretching across continents and egos. Because this isn't inefficiency. This is philosophy, so devoted to its own logic that it will bend space, time, and your spinal alignment before it bends itself. And if you can't appreciate that, if you look at 72 hours of rerouting, reprocessing, re-everything, and still call it absurd, then maybe the problem isn't just the journey. Maybe it's not. Maybe the problem, maybe you're not flexible enough yet. That's what it is. The problem is that you're not grateful because you're not flexible enough to follow this grand reasoning. I mean, really? Seriously? Cary Harrison with you. And this is the Cary Harrison Files. CaryHarrison.com and GoHarrison.com. Live video streaming on YouTube, Substack, and everything with a chip and a signal, or a shortcut at kpfk.net. Our newsletter with a transcript of this entire show, stuff we can't say on the radio anymore, is at CaryHarrison.com or GoHarrison.com. And don't forget our new Harrison text line, which is blowing up right now at 310-737-TALK. 310-737-TALK, where you can both text and leave messages. We're going to pause for a second. Coming up, the 27 words that you already know and the meaning that you've never really heard. It's a prayer. It's a field manual for staying sane while everything burns. And in an age engineered for outrage, distraction, and exquisitely profitable helplessness, this might be the closest thing you'll find to a reset button. Next, I'm going to unpack the prayer like it's a contraband at the border. And what falls out might be the only laugh. Well, why not? But it's going to be the only map left.
Listen, well, it's still legal.
The Cary Harrison Files. CaryHarrison.com. Listen, were you forced into getting a solar contract and now you just don't want it anymore? Maybe the solar company misled you. Or is your solar contract buried with hidden fees? Are you not saving the amount of money you thought you would on your energy costs? Don't worry. At the Solar Exit Hotline, we can help you cancel your solar contract, even if the panels are already installed. Our experienced legal team will review your contract and help you cancel it, possibly saving you thousands of dollars. You got to call right now for complete details. So listen, if you're not happy with your solar contract for any reason, we are here to help you cancel it. Call the Solar Exit Hotline now for immediate options to help you exit your solar contract. This call is 100% free.
Call 877-406-5860. That's 877-406-5860. Call 877-406-5860. That's 877-406-5860. Call us right now.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is going to break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield.
Best of all, you'll get access to CarShield's concierge service, who can even help you find a mechanic near you.
They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
CarShield has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau and was voted America's most trusted auto protection company. It's time to call CarShield now. Call 800-786-8390. 800-786-8390. Call 800-786-8390.